Lux for Less family, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kenesha. If you're new, this channel is called Lux Living for Less, and on this channel we try to find tips and tricks on how to still live a fabulous lifestyle on a for less budget. So by the title you already know that this is my collection of thrifted coats, just like my leather collection, not all inclusive because I have since sold some and given some away, but this is what I have left out of all the coats that I've thrifted. I wanted to go ahead and do this video because we're nearing the turn of the season, and by the time spring comes, me showing you a coat collection is no longer going to be relevant until next fall, winter. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, the first coat that I want to share with you is this Etienne Anye coat. Now this coat was thrifted from the thrift store. You guys know that is a thrift store that I like to frequent. This coat has the oxblood lining. Now Etienne Anye is a brand that is known for having a lot of oxblood pieces. So when you see something, whether it be a coat, a purse, or anything by this brand, more than likely it's going to be in the oxblood tone because that's what they're known for. But this is a trench coat. As you can see, I thrifted it out of the men's section, and this coat has a leather trim. So this is trimmed in leather, and then the buttons are also trimmed in leather. This coat is from the late 70s, early 80s, and it's just a beautiful coat. It has the beautiful flap detail on the back, and then it has the split at the bottom. This coat is, you know, pretty substantial in weight. I didn't get to wear it, unfortunately, here because the weather just did not call for it, but this is a beautiful coat nonetheless. I want to say I paid $15 for this coat, and like I said, I did thrift it out of the men's section. Y'all know I shop the men's section frequently because you can totally style a men's piece to have it look very feminine and very stylish on you. But this is the first coat that I'm showing you, this Etienne Anye oxblood coat trimmed in leather. Got this from the thrift store. All right, the second coat that I want to share with you is this coat by the brand Pendleton. Now I paid $7 for this coat. This coat is 100% wool, and like I said, it is by the brand Pendleton. Now this was thrifted from the women's section, but as you can see, this coat is a size 8. Now generally I'm a size 12 to 14. However, you guys know that coats in general are oversized, so you can play with the sizing a little bit. I tell you all the time, shop for what fits and not by the size, because the number on the tag is made for the masses and not for you specifically. So always try it on and don't let the number sway you from thinking it's going to be too big or too small. Now this coat I took with me to Dallas. I ended up not needing it on the night that I was going to wear it because oddly enough it was a little bit warmer the night that I was planning to wear this, so I didn't really need it. But I have had this coat altered. I had the waist taken in to take some of the boxiness out of it, so it doesn't have a true hourglass feel, but it definitely has more of a cinch waist. You can probably tell a little bit just by me holding it up. But this is a beautiful black coat by the brand Pendleton, and as I said, this coat was only $7 from the thrift store. All right, another coat that I want to share with you is this coat. This is one of my favorite coats that I have ever thrifted. I thrifted this for $7 from Goodwill. It is by a brand called Trilogy. This is a vintage coat. It is 100% wool. It's lined in this gray material. But what I want y'all to see is the drama on the sleeves. Let me come closer so you can see. The sleeves on this coat have like a balloon detail, and they are pleated. And then the coat has this beautiful pink and gray and white and beige colorway going through it. When I saw this coat and I picked it up off the rack and I took it to get rung in, the young lady was like, oh my God, I didn't see this back there, because if I would have purchased it. But this coat is amazing. I mean, it does have pockets here. It's a double-breasted coat, but this coat is so pretty, y'all. It's so pretty. I've not been able to wear this actually either, but this is a coat that I probably don't ever see myself getting rid of. People have asked me to purchase this coat the answer will always be no. But $7 this coat, 100% wool, beautiful dramatic pleated sleeves by the brand Trilogy. I thrifted this for $7 from Goodwill. All right, the next coat that I want to share with you is also by the brand Etienne Anye. Now, I thrifted this from Goodwill for $10, and this was before Goodwill went up on their prices. And this is the female version to the male version of the Etienne Anye coat. You can see very, very similar styles. The only thing is that it's cut, it has a more feminine cut on it, but it has the same flap in the back. It has the same leather trim on the sleeves. It has the same leather covering on the buttons. Now, this coat right here, I did list this in my Poshmark closet. It hasn't sold yet, and if it doesn't sell soon, I'm probably going to take it out because I'm probably going to keep it and either give this one to my husband or sell this one. But got this from Goodwill, and it's just like the other one by the brand Etienne Anye. And unlike the other one, this one has the line branding in the coat. The other one was just a regular satin line interior, but beautiful coat nonetheless. This is also from the late 70s, early 80s. I love this coat, and like I said, if it doesn't sell soon, I'm going to take it out of my Poshmark closet and keep it. But got this one for $10 from Goodwill. All right, moving right along, the next coat that I have is this raincoat by the brand Rachel Roy. And this one, why I like it, I love the blue and red contrasting stripe that's in the back of the coat. Has kind of like a little bit of a Gucci vibe to it, but like I said, it's by a brand called Rachel Roy. The same striping on the back is carried through on the sleeves, and the sleeves has this really pretty like buckle gather detail on it. It does have a belt in the back. Here's the belt right here, and it is also lined. Now, although this is categorized as a raincoat, it can totally be worn as a regular trench coat. This coat, I believe, was $19.99. Now, I originally purchased this coat with the plan of selling it, but I changed my mind and I decided not to sell it, hence the reason I still have it. I don't know, I may go back and change my mind later on, who knows, but this is a beautiful coat. It is hooded. Like I said, it is categorized as a raincoat, but it definitely, especially if you live in a warmer climate, you can definitely pull this off as wearing it as a trench coat. You can wear this as a layering piece. Like if you want to wear a all denim look under this and then wear this as your top accommodating piece, you totally could. But got this Rachel Roy coat for $19.99 from the thrift store. The next coat that I want to share with you is this coat by a brand called Alan George Couture. And y'all, I thrifted this coat because I saw Michelle Obama, that look that she wore to the Joe Biden presidential inauguration, you know, the all burgundy monochrome look that she had on. And I fell in love with that look, and I said, I bet I can recreate that on a thrifted budget. I totally did. I thrifted a top, pants, shoes, and this coat was the final piece of that look. Now, y'all, I just want to give y'all a minute to look at this coat. I'm going to bring it closer. Look at the lapel on this coat. Look at the big pockets that are on this coat. The cuff detail on the sleeves. Look how long the coat is with that beautiful pleating in the back. And I want you to just take a guess on how much I paid for this coat. Keep in mind that I got it from the thrift store, but I want you to just take a guess of how much you think I paid for. I'm gonna give you a couple seconds. Okay, you guess? I paid $3 for this coat. Now, I know you out, some of y'all out there just said, girl, I know you lying. No, I paid $3 for this beautiful couture coat. This is also what I did not mention. This is a wool cashmere blend. So this coat feels just as pretty as it looks. I mean, it's a very, very, very luxe coat. And like I said, it is by a brand called Alan George Couture. I almost sold this one as well, but I didn't. I decided to keep it. I don't know why, but certain things like this that I know I won't come across again, I have a hard time parting with, because I'm like, it's such a unicorn of a piece that I don't want to give it up This is a beautiful coat. Love it. Got it for $3 from the thrift store. All right, and last but not least, this is a Burberry coat that I thrifted from the thrift store. Now, if you've been following me for a while, then you saw when I actually thrifted this coat. It was in a vlog. I did a short on it. This coat is by the brand Burberry, and it is from their vintage Burberry. And how you can tell is by the tag. You see how it says Burberry's with the apostrophe S? That is a vintage Burberry's tag. They now just say Burberry. The company changed its branding some years ago, but it is still a Burberry coat nonetheless. Now, coats that look just like this, literally just like this, today under the new Burberry branding are selling for $2,500 to $3,000. I got this coat for $85 from the thrift store. Now, the cool thing about this coat is this coat has a cape that comes out that you can wear separately. Now I'm going to include in the description box a link to my television appearance where I actually wore the cape part on my news appearance, and it popped so good against those camera lights. So this is a 2-for-1, as I like to call it, that I purchased from the thrift store. This Burberry coat, vintage Burberry, for $85. Y'all, side note, I love purchasing things from yesteryear because the quality is always going to be better than what you find today. Clothes now, although they are designer, they're luxury, and it does have some quality aspect to it, it is unmatched when compared to things made from years ago. I mean, the way designers made clothes years ago, they put a lot more care into it. It wasn't as expensive per se to make clothes, so they could afford to use better materials and still pass some of those savings on to the consumer. Versus today, everything costs a lot of money. And I mean everything. Everything from Walmart up to Neiman Marcus, you're gonna pay across the board, which is another reason why I thrift. But this coat, Burberry coat, got it for $85 from the thrift store. Well, guys, that is all I wanted to share with you today. I hope you enjoyed my coat collection that I shared with you all. Some pretty great pieces, as you can see, and I hope I've inspired you to visit some of your local thrift stores. I've said this once and I'll say it again. It's not my place to tell you what you absolutely have to do. I mean, you can wear what you like, shop where you want, because it's your money. However, I just want to inspire you to let you know that there are some gems in the thrift store. Now, although the thrift stores and Goodwills are not really priced like they were a few years ago per se, they are still pretty relatively less expensive than what you will find retail. And on top of that, you'll be able to play with trends if that's your thing. You'll be able to save money, and then you'll be able to find some quality pieces all at the same time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at luxliving4_less, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.